Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Tuesday evening. Welcome to the show. Okay, the title, Shaquille O'Neal warns Robert Griffin III about Angel Reese. Most people call him by his acronym RG3. Was he trash in the NFL? I know he got hurt. At one point, he was supposed to be the guy to turn the Washington Redskins franchise around, and it didn't happen. So he's ringless, to my knowledge, unless he went someplace else, but I didn't keep up. He does commentary, and he's qualified to, if you ask me, how he played in the NFL. But he has been doing, according to many people, goofy stuff over the last couple of years, and he was released from, was it ESPN? I forget, or Fox? I don't know. I'll fact check shortly. He has been taking shots at Angel Reese, and Angel Reese is a professional basketball player, a public figure, so why not? Why not? Now, has he been crossing the line? That I don't know, because again, I don't watch him, and that's not to say he's not credible, but to many people it would seem that he has been doing too much, an older guy going at a young female. So I can understand the public perception. I myself, I'm a little, I don't go in on the younger generation, because you have to give them time to grow, to make their mistakes. Hell, everything is recorded. It's very, very different from how I grew up and how a lot of other people did. Everything is not scrutinized or under the microscope. So Shaquille O'Neal, who to my knowledge is her mentor, on a podcast recently, Off the Record, episode 7, took some shots at RG3. And you have to see it, because me trying to explain it may not give you the full impact. But I want to ask you early, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, this is a trending story. It's on many, many platforms right now. Has Shaq said what he said to RG3 to white commentators? Talking about, I'm going to punch you in your motherfucking face. Whoa. Whoa. Now, again, Robert Griffin III, is he a goofy? I would say so. But, his NFL career did not go where it had where he had once hoped it would. So he's now, down here in the trenches with the rest of us, talking hella crazy. I can respect that. I can't take shots at him for having a Caucasian wife. My mother is Caucasian. I'm a product of a beautiful biracial union. But here's the thing. Does he use that to, I don't know, to his advantage? Okay, I can respect that. His mocking of Angel Reese, girl, all that sort of jazz. It's a bit much, but again, she's a public figure, and she's now a professional basketball player. So here's what I don't know. I don't know if RG3 has responded. Good evening, troll babies. Has he responded? Has he clapped back? Has he called out Shaq saying, let's meet up, let's do a celebrity boxing event or something to that effect? Okay. Now, I've got some other notes here, because it's kind of layered. To my knowledge, the issue or the commentary from RG3 goes back, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, where he was getting at Angel Reese, and then Ryan Clark jumped in it. Yes, no, Ryan Clark jumped in. He was clapping at Robert Griffin, talking about maybe you can't relate to having a black woman in the home, something to that effect. And most recently, some type of NBA 2K26 cover, some type of troll or something, put Angel Reese dressed in a monkey outfit on the cover. So then RG3 retweets this and says, this is not acceptable. As he retweets it. Now, I'm saying retweets, but we're really talking about X. Am I going down the right path? Yes, no, maybe. I'm here to discuss it. I'm here to entertain the bullshit. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. Guys, now also, before I address the showrunner, let me say early, let's talk about the Epstein files. Ooh. Ooh. I have no interest in the Epstein files. Let me tell you why, for those of you who may or may not know. Star breaks news stories. Aside from what I've done on radio, and I get tired of even talking about that, but I break stories. Star broke the Africa Bambaataa story all by himself. Did you know that? Star was working with the New York Daily News for well over a week, maybe 2 weeks. The Zulu Nation was going at Star. The Zulu Nation was calling one of the people who I interviewed retarded. It was messy, but that's where it started. The story picked up a lot of traction. Other people came out to say they were violated, molested, and so on and so forth. And then other people came in. They had a rally up on 125th Street, but it was Star. Until this day, it seems to me that a lot of people are more concerned with the bullshit as opposed to the story and the reality of molestation in the inner cities and the projects. So if you're really concerned about the Epstein files and you want to talk about sex trafficking of minors, please call in, chime in. I will even let you co-host. But if you're just, you want to talk about it because you hate this person or you hate that person, I'm not interested. Some people just hate Trump. Oh, he's going to get exposed. Let me say to you right now, in case you don't know, I don't give a fuck about Trump's personal life. I don't even watch him half the time. I vote for him, yes. But you see, I vote for a president, as I always have, to protect my rights. Protect my rights. Don't stop me from getting the bag. Oh, I'm going to get the bag. I'm one of those types. I always get the bag, but don't stop me. So if you want to talk about the Epstein files, call in, educate us, tell us something that we need to know. I've got a couple of videos I may or may not play about Attorney General Pam Bondi. Are they trying to wiggle out of it? Of course they are. It's rich white people news. Kind of similar to Watergate. Anybody ever heard of Watergate? Watergate. Call in. Phone lines are open. Now, salute to Troy Ave, who I've never met, but I've spoken to him on the phone. A shooting occurred, according to TMZ and multiple sources, back in June, okay? Now, the guy in the video that some of you may or may not have seen, I don't think I'm going to play it. It's a shooting. I don't want that on my channel. The guy posted the video just recently. Why would he do that? Are we entertained by the bullshit? Absolutely. Yo, Troy Ave held it down. He let off. That's a real nigga. Yes. Yes, he squeezed off. Fast. But the guy who put the video out there, his homie, his friend, they were coming back from some type of culinary celebration. Again, this happened in June in San Diego, California. Now, California, I just hope that this doesn't lead to Troy Ave being arrested. California does not play with gun laws. Oh, my goodness. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Troy Ave just went through with jail and all sorts of nonsense back here in New York. But the video's out there. Is Troy Ave okay? Has he responded? He pulled the gun out of his waist, so in the video, it would appear that Troy Ave was carrying a gun. Pulled his gun out fast. Pow, pow, pow. The savage dropped his gun. Savage dropped his gun, but again, Troy Ave had a gun on him. So I hope this doesn't cause issues for him because, was it Boosie? Boosie was just in a video in California a couple years ago. He had a gun in his waistband. They picked him up and charged him. Okay. All right. Phone lines are open. I'm going to get to the Shaquille O'Neal video. Is Shaq a goofy? Is he a goofy for telling RG3 I'm gonna punch you in your motherfucking face? Is he simping for Angel Reese? And was it last year he was talking to her and it was kind of cringe, telling her or suggesting, and it was a video, that she should sell some type of panties or something. Is the old freak nigga smashing? It was the old freak nigga smashing. Let me play the video. Let's entertain this nonsense on a Tuesday night. Again, this is Off the Record, episode 7. Shaquille O'Neal making threats.
He couldn't take it. So people thought we have beef. I don't have beef with men. All these beautiful women in the world, I don't have beef with a man. I don't care about no man. Speaking of man, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese. I'm punching your fucking face. Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Fucking stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. Sorry about that.
Or did he stand on business? Hey there, 510. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Shaquille O'Neal threatens Robert Griffin III, or the Epstein files. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey there. Good evening.
Hey, so my thing is, since Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark had their little incident, I'm going to bring it back to 2025 this year.
Okay. Since
that incident, right? Angel Reese has her basketball courts. She has some basketball courts in Chicago. She's very heavy in the community.
Right.
She won the BET award.
Okay.
She did her shoe, right? When she did the BET award, I never heard so many white people was outraged about that. I didn't know they watched it.
Okay.
So she got her shoe.
Right.
She's invited to all these Met Gala. Angel Reese has had so much positivity around her since the incident with Caitlin Clark. And she's been balling her ass off, whereas the narrative was that, oh, she's not putting in work. She's too busy at the Met Gala and doing this and that. But we see that she has been working behind the scenes, and nobody can doubt that. So at this point where this game came out, who plays the WNBA 2K? I never heard nobody say nothing about that cover. So she got it, and like I named about 4 or 5 positive things that came out with Angel Reese. And I think that when RG3 saw that, I think him and his wife sat together and laughed about it, had a chuckle, and he posted it for that. Then put the other little bullshit about, the BS about, racism and this and that. The main thing was after he finished that, all the other stuff, because I watch the WNBA.
Okay.
I don't even know when the last time the Fever and Chicago have played.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the last month. I don't even know when the last time they played.
Gotcha.
So why would he bring that up and then try to say her people's called him? Why would, out of all the people that are in this space of sports and all the celebrities, why would any of her people call him? If anything, I'm going to call Gilbert Arenas. I'm going to call Kwame Brown. Whoever. I'm going to call somebody else. I'm not going to call this dude. So he's like, I don't know if you ever notice how some.
Well, hang on a second. Let me jump in. I'm trying to be objective, but at the same time, hating on a young female, I think he's been doing too much. Robert Griffin III.
Yes, he's doing way too much.
Okay, he's a sports commentator. Okay, he was fired from ESPN. Was it ESPN? I'm pretty sure it was, right? And
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, okay. And she's a young female. So at what point do you move on from drilling on her and drilling on her and drilling on her? If there's a personal thing there, step back and just shift gears. And you're right, with this post that he put up, which I'm not going to read, on X, talking about this is unacceptable. The cover, pardon me. The
Yeah.
NBA
Yes,
2K26 cover. It's like now you're just cloud chasing. You've already dogged her out. Now you want to say this is unacceptable. Go ahead.
yes. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, he's a football guy. I never heard him even like go in this hard on any football player. I doubt he even knew Angel Reese, met her or anything before this, before she got drafted.
Yeah.
He never spoke on her. He never spoke on college basketball or WNBA. So it's basically just the fact that he's upset that she is doing what he thought she wasn't going to do. She's everything she said she was and what she was going to do, she's doing it. And that's it. And everything has been basically quiet on that front. He just ignited all of that.
Can I jump in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I jump in? Is Shaq simping? Did Shaq cross the line by saying, I'm going to punch you in your motherfucking face? Hold on, let me tell you what Shaq said. I mean, it's kind of out of line for Shaq. I mean, Shaq is not just an NBA legend, but he's an investor. He's a CEO of a couple of corporations. If Shaq punches anybody in the goddamn face, that's a crazy lawsuit. Is he simping? Is Shaq doing too much?
No, I don't think he's simping. I think that Shaq probably is like around him and heard some things.
Yes.
And he probably knows more than we do.
He's her mentor.
I'm thinking
He's her mentor.
I'm talking about RG3. Okay. He knows more about RG3 than what we know. And I think Shaq just put it out there, not just for him, but I mean, a lot of other people
Everybody
have
else.
Been, saying things.
Baby, I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying to you, is Shaq doing too much? Again, he's a CEO. He's a brand ambassador. Yeah. If he touches anybody, that's a lawsuit. Police are involved. Is Shaq, I'm not saying he's a goofy, but I'm asking you, is he a goofy for saying, I'm going to punch you in your motherfucking face?
I don't think so, because at the end of the day, all that RG3 did was, and what he ignited, I'm sure you've probably seen the comments, what's going to happen if someone we don't know if Angel Reese getting death threats behind what RG3 did. We don't know what she's going through behind the scenes. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think he did too much, but, sometimes you just got to say stuff and, so that people can know that you
let the cards fall where they may. Fuck it.
Yeah, because RG3 don't respect what the other brother was saying to him. I forgot his name. The other football player. He don't care about what they're saying, because they, he don't respect them.
Ryan Clark?
But
Ryan Clark?
Yeah, Ryan Clark. Exactly, Ryan Clark. I don't think he really cares. But I don't think he's simping. I think, like the brother said, he's the CEO of Reebok. Allen Iverson is, on that. That's basically there's a lot of black shoe brands, but as far as major, like Reebok, Nike, Adidas, whatever, if they're over that, and RG3 is, anything Angel Reese do, he just piss on, and it's just wild.
Baby, I hate to cut you short, but I gotta go. But let me ask you before you go, the Epstein list. The Epstein list. Is it a cover-up?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a cover-up.
You betcha. And I don't give a goddamn.
All right, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for calling.
All right.
You goddamn right, it's a cover-up. It's rich white people business. How does it affect you? For those who, yo, Star, talk about the list. Call in. Yes, it's a cover-up. Politics is the dirtiest game. Oh, God, somebody, who sent a donation? I don't know. Coronado, put some respect on Shaq's, something about his toenails. No, thank you. No, thank you. Guys, rapper Troy Ave was involved in a shootout, in case you don't know. As I said, the video just posted today. I just saw it. It happened in June. I hope he's Okay, and I have to ask, why would the guy again put this footage out? This could cause legal problems for Troy Ave. They were coming home, well, pardon me, coming back from some type of culinary event at the guy's house. You can see the footage, all right? Hey, Cherie, I got your donation, darling. Do you want to call in? Let's talk about it, all right? Area code 214. Good evening. Are you there? Tuesday night, 214. Please turn that down in the background. Are you ready? 214. If not, we have to go. Okay, please don't call us on a speakerphone and kill the vibe. Area code 929. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, baby.
How you doing, Star?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. My name is Brittany. I'm from Mount Vernon.
Hey, Brittany.
I had two opinions.
Okay.
One, I think Shaq is right because he's protecting, Black women. He's an athlete. So he's just protecting a Black woman. A monkey, come on, we have enough hatred to being Black already. And then RG3, just heard about you. You're protecting Caitlyn over a Black woman, so you're a sucker. And to Troy Ave, you're a sucker too. So I'm just pointing out the sucker-ish. I know I can't curse on your line. I watch you all the time.
Well, hold on, baby. Hold on. Stay with me. Let's go back to RG3. You say he's a sucker. Now, this is the objective.
He's a sucker.
You're entitled?
Yeah, because I never knew about.
You're entitled to your opinion because this is the objective perspective. I don't like the fact that he's been going after this young female. She's young. Leave her alone. I didn't like I didn't like the fact that she was riding around with G Herbo in his Tesla. The hater misses nothing. A year ago.
Okay, all right. She's having fun. I'm not cutting you off, Star. She's
Right.
having fun. Okay,
She's having
Herbo,
fun.
whatever. She's having fun. Right. She's getting towards some change right now. She's getting to some change.
Right.
But RG3, you just protected Caitlyn, and called her a monkey when you're Black. What does your mother look like? You're probably married to a white woman. Yeah, you a sucker. You a sellout on a sucker. Word two. And your Shaq to punch you in your effing face. That's what he said. So do it again. And you punch you in your effing face. Yep.
Fuck around and find out. You're on that type of time.
Oh, no. F around and find out. Yeah. I'm only 36 years old. I've been listening to you.
Can you fix your phone, baby? Baby, fix your phone. It's going in and out. I want to hear what you're saying.
Okay. Okay. I'm right here.
Okay. You say your name's Brittany, right?
I've been listening to you since Star and Buck. Well, I've been listening to you forever. I love your style.
Oh, thank you, baby.
That's it. But they some suckers.
Okay. Stay with me. Okay. So now, Troy Ave, did you see the video footage? He pulled out a gun and he was trying to defend his friend. A savage ran down, pulled out a firearm, and Troy Ave got busy. Why is Troy Ave a sucker?
He's been the sucker since that situation he had with my son. What's his name? The Brooklyn one.
Taxstone.
Yeah. Taxstone, my man. So yeah, you a sucker. You've been a sucker. How did you get out of that? It was too much fire on play for you to get out of that one. And you made the same down the switch. So you a sucker.
Can I jump in?
Be impressive.
Can I jump in?
Yes.
I appreciate your input here. I kind of overreacted when Troy Ave was running through the club back in the days, discharging the firearm. What club was that again? I forgot. In Manhattan. But we've since learned that he had a good reason to be firing the gun inside the club. So I can't fault him for that. Sometimes you get put in a situation, and this is not to go against Taxstone, who I fuck with heavy, but he's paid his debt to society, and but
I'm not cutting you off either.
But hold on, baby. Hold on. In California, firing a goddamn firearm. I don't know why that guy would put the footage out. I'm just concerned about that guy. Why would he do that? But go ahead and finish up.
Right. I'm not to land my plane. I feel like he's a sucker, and I feel like Shaq should punch you in your effing face, like he said, if you do anything about us young Black successful athletes. Let them live.
Thank you for your call.
I landed my plane.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you. I'm going to call back. Thank you.
Thank you, baby. All right. Guys, I want you to speak freely. Don't worry about my opinions. Don't worry about me. I'll give you the last word. Maurizio, what's going on with your homie? Okay, Maurizio is home. He's pill popping and listening to the show. Salute to you, sir. Hold on a second. Wow, the Thule eyes closed just like you. What is this? If I were Troy, I'd be Z-snapping with the Thule. Okay, I couldn't catch that one in time to put it on the screen, but thank you for your donation. Guys, if you're new to this show, I do try and post your donations on the screen. I try, okay, but I got a lot going on here. Thank you, Deeds. It was Irving Plaza, the shooting back in the days. We all went in on Troy Ave when that went down, didn't we? Because we saw him going through the club. But after everything played out, you know, you had to give him that one. You had to give him that one and just say, okay, I understand. Oh, I'm sure there's video footage of me somewhere in, in Brooklyn at one of those dance hall clubs doing some similar goofy shit. But anyway, okay, Ryan Clark. Wait a minute. Deeds, is this an old clip? Ryan Clark apologizing to RG3? I don't know if I want to focus on that tonight. Ryan Clark apologizing back in May. Right now, we got Shaq talking about slapping fire out of RG3. Thank you, Deez, but I'm going to get back to Ryan Clark another time because Ryan Clark had oh God, what's his name? Is it Andrew Schultz? Andrew Schultz went on the podcast with Ryan Clark and the other two guys. The name escapes me. It may have been The Pivot. And Ryan Clark, he didn't stand on business. He was smiling. He was almost happy to talk to Andrew Schultz. So I'm gonna get past him, but thank you anyway, Deeds. Okay. Shaq talking about punching this nigga square in his grill. Area code 773. Good evening. Please watch the language. We got a few topics on the table. 773.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, I tried to send, this is Muhammad. I tried to send a super chat.
Okay.
It looked like it went through and then it didn't go through. I don't really know how it worked. Try not to curse and whatnot.
Well, listen, stay with me. I appreciate the effort, the super chat and the cash app. It's all on the screen. But anyway, where do you want to start, Muhammad? Where do you want to start, sir?
I mean, it's so much going on. Where do you start? Okay, the Epstein list, right? So the Epstein list it's been out. It's been online for 6 years.
Well,
okay. Can I
hold on? Stay with me because
can I say Jew?
Hold on a sec. Hold on. You may know more. Okay. You may know more than me. You've seen the quote unquote list because Pam Bondi and others have been saying there's information, but no quote unquote list. You've seen a list.
Yeah. I mean, she's saying that, but Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Dave Smith, all of those, Trumpers or MAGAs or whatever you want to call them. He killed himself. Ghislaine is in jail right now.
But hold on a second, Muhammad. I'm in no rush, but you have seen a list.
Trump trafficking children.
Hold on, Muhammad. Give me a second. Give me a second. And please know, I ain't scared of nothing, nobody. So we can go there. Okay. But now you said the list has been online for 6 years. Can you send me the list, please? Send me the list.
Sure. It's on Twitter. It's all on Twitter.
No, sir. Send me the list. Hold on. Here's my email address. Please send me the list because everybody else is saying, "Where's the list?" But you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen the list. A lot of people seen the list. If you've been paying attention and listening to the story when it first broke around the pandemic, they were talking about the names: Naomi Campbell, Chris Tucker. What's the guy who killed himself? What's the attorney's name? Dershowitz, Larry Dershowitz, or something. Alan Dershowitz. Yeah, they're all on there. They all been there. Jay-Z, Beyonce.
My email address, sir, is sir. My email address is on the screen. Please send me the list. I'm going to play some videos because the white folks is there is no list now, so it's a conflict. But I'm here for the bullshit. I'm here for the bullshit.
Okay, let me say one thing with Shaquille. Right, this is hilarious. He said, "Leave my angel alone." Leave my Angel Reese alone. Okay, that's hilarious. I don't know who Robert is, but he better be careful because brother Shaquille might off his ass.
Okay. I want to talk about the list of Epstein files. We get the Shaq.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, Trump is crazy. He's insane. He said, "Oh, we're still talking about the Epstein files. We're still talking about Epstein." Yeah, nobody's going to stop talking about it. We're going to talk about it more. Everyone's going to talk about it because this ties into Iran and the you know who's. We're not going to curse, but I'll just say the you know who's. It's all them. So,
do I believe there's a cover up? Yes. Let me say again, yes. But it's rich white folk business. Does it affect me? I don't think so. Does it affect you? That list and the knowledge of it.
Does it affect me? Well, I live in America, right? These are so-called leaders of the world. There's a war popping off in every corner of the earth. There was an audio that came out, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not trying to zoom all over the place, right? I'm trying to keep this so it makes sense, so it's somewhat coherent. But the other day, if I'm not mistaken, Trump said he'll blow up Moscow and Shanghai, right?
Trump is a troll, sir, and the media doesn't understand that he's like one of the troll babies. He says a whole lot of crazy shit, but let's get back to the list. You saw the list or you saw files? I'm trying to be...
I saw the list.
Okay.
I saw the list. The list was based off the flight log, right? And I haven't seen the flight log, but I've seen the list. There's been different forms and variations of a list, but there's a lot of names on the list, and everyone's on there. Naomi Campbell, Kanye wasn't on there, and from what I recall, neither was Sean Combs, but Sean Carter was.
Well, listen, I like the fact that you can talk, man. Stay in touch. Maybe we'll get you back on the show. But please send me that list so that I can put it out there for everybody to see. Thank you, man.
I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Thank you so much. Salute.
All right, thanks.
Okay. All right. Send me the list. Terrence got your donation. Star, why didn't Shaquille have smoke for the gangs that ran him out of L.A.? Salute. Boss nigga. Thank you so much, Terrence. I don't know. Well, the gangs may have been a lot to deal with, you know, but RG3 is just a goofy nigga. Oh, he's goofy. He's goofy as hell. Kuala, sit tight. I see you in the queue. Kuala, give me a second. Let me play one video with regards to the Epstein files, the list. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Well, here's Trump talking about, and I'm going to play different. This is CNN, okay? Trump says he hasn't been told if he is named in Epstein files. Hold on. We're going to take our time this evening.
President Donald Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi today facing even more questions over their complete 180 on whether or not all the Epstein files should be released. President Trump was asked directly if the Attorney General has told him whether his name is in these files related to the sex trafficking investigation into Jeffrey Epstein.
Did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No. She's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, you know, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release.
Again, for the record, there's like literally zero evidence that these files were made up by Comey or Obama or Biden. The Epstein case was originally handled in 2005 to 2008 by local authorities in Palm Beach, Florida, and then by the George W. Bush Justice Department and FBI. Then Trump's first-term Justice Department in 2018, 2019. Now, just moments after President Trump deferred to the Attorney General, CNN's Paula Reed got a chance to ask her to respond.
You said that he would support you releasing additional credible evidence from the Epstein investigation. Is that something that you are open to doing? You said this just a few months ago.
This today is about fentanyl. This is about a wall of people right outside this room who have died from, I appreciate your question, but this today is about fentanyl overdoses throughout our country and people who have lost loved ones to fentanyl. That's the message that we're here to send today. Nothing about Epstein. I'm not going to talk about Epstein.
So look, fentanyl is an incredibly important issue, one that we cover on the show all the time, but it's a little difficult to hear that message from the Attorney General on top of the assertion from the Justice Department now that there's nothing to see here, given how much Pam Bondi and other members of the Trump administration have been hyping all of this. And in February, Attorney General Bondi went on Fox, of course, the only channel she ever goes on, and she hyped up the release of the Epstein files, saying that the client list was literally sitting on her desk.
What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information.
So we know now that what she ended up releasing had already been widely publicly available. In fact, some of the documents were redacted and were unredacted on the internet. You'll note that Trump's stance on releasing more of the Epstein files as of this weekend was nothing to see here, move along. But that landed his administration firmly in the MAGA doghouse for the first time. And now they're perhaps trying to figure out how to get out of that doghouse. Let's bring in CNN's Paula Reed and CNN senior White House correspondent Kristen Holmes. And Paula, you got that Epstein question to Attorney General.
All right, guys, I'm not going to play this entire clip, but I just wanted to give a little context here with regards to whether there is or isn't a cover-up. In my opinion, yes! Now what? Now what? Americans love the bullshit. That's why over the decades, we've had gossip rags, they used to call them, and other things to sell, you know? So, yes, I'm saying there's a cover-up, and the Trump administration appears to be hiding something with regards to the Epstein files. Phone lines open right now. Right now. Area code 601. Good evening. Talking about a few topics, so you have to speed. 601.
Hey, Star, how you doing this evening, sir? Good show as always.
Hey, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm cool, man. I really want to, well, the Epstein files, everybody can talk about them, but it don't really matter. It's just that Trump had said, when he got elected, that, when he got put in that they probably will release the Epstein files, and that Bondi had them on her desk. So that's what the uproar is, because they have them, they just don't want to release them. So that's something that he said again that he would promise, and it never happened. So I wasn't too much worried about it. You know what I mean? What's gonna happen? Like, he's already a convicted felon in the presidency. So what's gonna happen? Nothing. So I would just leave it at that.
No. So we can't leave it at that. People are hungry for the bullshit. Not just black people, white people as well. But I want to make it clear with regards to why I'm really not interested, is because I think most politicians are liars. They lie to get in places of position. I'm not caping for Trump. He's not the only liar. They lie. They should live by the moniker of transparency. Absolutely. But am I going to sit around losing sleep over the goddamn Epstein files or the list? No, I'm just not. But with regards to but with regards to them now doing this about face, Pam Bondi said it's on her desk. Now she's saying something different. So let's address it, or whatever you think, any type of relevance it has to the masses. If that list comes out, then what? Then what?
Yeah, and then also too, sometimes there's always a smoke screen. So this is kind of the smoke screen. There's something else going on behind the scenes that we don't know about just yet. So this is kind of sort of like the smoke screen to keep your attention on to something else while the big stuff is going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. So
are we going to see people in handcuffs dragged out of the White House because of a list? No,
I don't see it happening, Star. I don't see it happening at all. That's not going to happen. Now maybe once the presidency is over with, it might happen, but I doubt that really happens. But I did want to.
Hold on. So I don't mean to cut you short.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to see that happen either. Do you know that Adolf Hitler did not die in World War II? I hate to go there. Do you know he died in the 80s? An old man. Do you know that?
I did not know that, Star. Like I say, your show always teaches, so I did not know that.
The government is a bunch of liars. They lied.
Yeah.
They lied to the masses. Again, I'm going to say this again. I vote for the president to protect my rights. I don't want a handout. Protect my rights. But anyway, I just want to say that because they have a history of lying. So, okay. Do you want to focus?
Yeah.
You want to shift gears and go to Shaquille O'Neal warning RG3?
Yeah. But I also too want to say too, I vote for my interests as well. So no matter if it's Democrat, Republican, or independent, I always vote for my my interests.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I do. But Shaq is not going to do anything to RG3. He's a businessman. This is just talk. You know what I mean? This is internet fodder and stuff like that. This is get likes up and stuff like that.
Right.
And probably why RG3 made the comment. And probably why RG3 made the comment is because he's trying to get more people to subscribe and come to his, channel and stuff like that. It's always about content. So, if you make a post of Angel Reese and stuff like that, it's gonna get attention because right now in the WNBA, besides Caitlin Clark, she's a big go-getter. Every time you see her, she's on TV, doing things and stuff like that. So she draws attention. And like I said before, Shaq don't want to lose the Papa John deals and the Reebok deals and the general deals and stuff like that. He's not going to. He's just talking a bunch of mess, in my opinion.
Do you watch the WNBA?
I do catch some games.
I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, the WNBA right now is more exciting than the NBA. Those bitches get it cracking. They get it cracking.
What's more exciting, Star, because they play more fundamental basketball. You know what I mean? If you ever look at female college basketball, it's more fundamentals. So it's more, passing, shooting, and stuff like that. Right. But again, WNBA has always been big with Cheryl Swoops, Diana Taurasi, and players like that. But Caitlin Clark has took it to another level. And a lot of players are mad because of that, because this white girl coming in, not being racist or prejudiced or anything like that, but this white girl coming in, we're getting bigger deals, we're flying on private jets and stuff like that. So, a lot of those players got upset at her. And Angel Reese is another one too, because again, she would, even in the playoffs when they beat them in the NCAA championship, she was just showing off and stuff like that, which is fine, but she wasn't being classy. But see, now that Caitlin Clark is in the league, everybody's talking about her. People are just being salty, I should say.
Well, listen, we are Americans. We're all racist. That's just what it is. Let's not run from it. And to some degree, I commend Angel Reese for not flying off the handle, but Shaq now saying what he said is it's going to another level here. So I just wanted to, put that on the table. Anything else?
We are also too.
I'm sorry,
yeah, well, also Star too. She is a LSU alum, so Star. Shaq did come from LSU, so he kind of protects those LSU alumni and stuff like that. Gotcha. And again, like the first caller said, that she's an investment. She's part of the Reebok brand that Shaq is trying to, get back, with shoes and stuff like that. So it's just a lot to it. But like I said, Shaq is blowing a whole bunch of smoke. He's not gonna hit anybody. He's just talking just to be talking.
Okay.
And RG3 is just, like I said, just trying to get content. That's all he's trying to do.
Okay, thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Folks, can I ask you to do me a favor? I posted a brand new video on my Squirrel Party channel. The link is in the community section, or you can just type in Squirrel Party. It pops right up. It's a little over 2 hours. The channel is a calm space. Calm, just soothing, if you will. therapeutic. It's what happens in my backyard. Literally, that's my backyard here in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. It's along the Crystal Coast. So I put out different food for the squirrels. They run amok. Sometimes the birds invade and it's, you know, a little friction and tension. The new video that I just posted, I did not see a lot of birds in this one. It's just mainly squirrels, eastern gray squirrels to be precise. So if you find the time, please just go give me one thumbs up on the new video. That's all I ask. You don't have to subscribe. If you leave a comment, that would be cool. But the new video, it's in my community section, all right? All right, hold on a second. Oh, my goodness. I need to talk to Kuala with the T. Where is my nigga Kuala? Kuala with the T. Is that you, sir?
Yeah, what's going on, Star?
Hold on a second. We have to start right here. Are you up to speed on the judge in the Megan Thee Stallion case against Milagro Grams, a.k.a. Millie from Mob Radio? Are you up to speed on what happened?
Yeah, the judge told her she had to hand all her devices and all her messages, text messages and everything.
The judge has ordered that Milagro, a.k.a. Mob Radio, has to hand over her login information or any and all deleted messages, and she has to pay for Megan Thee Stallion legal fees. Lord have mercy. Take it from there.
Yeah, she got herself caught up, and now she got to smoke that pack because whatever them lawyer fees is, I'm pretty sure I hope she got it because them lawyer fees cost money, and she, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's stupid that Meg went after her, you know, over this Tory Lane stuff, and give or take Milana, keep it real, she did a great job when she was doing the trial. She did a great job. She was fair. I don't think she was really kicking her back in and stuff like that. But sometimes when you play it out in the media and somebody get a draft of it and somebody feels some type of way about it, of course they're going to go after her. They're going to do what they got to do. So, you know, it sucks that she's going after her like that. And at the end of the day,
well, hang on a second, Kuala. Let's be objective. Let's not just take the side of Milagro. It sucks. No, she played with fire. Megan called her bluff. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Came down on her, hit her over the head. Hold on. Hit her over the head with the kitchen sink. Pow! You and that fuck nigga who, whether he shot me or not, you're going to watch how you play with my name. Now, I love Tasha K and her husband. I fuck with them heavy. But, you know, are we seeing artists clapping back now? Cardi B against Tasha K. We know what happened there. Nicki Minaj put her foot on Nosy Ho's neck. I think Nosy Ho settled, right? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we got Megan Thee Stallion. Hold on. Megan Thee Stallion caught Milagro slipping, hit her over the head with the sink. Bow! So what now with regards to the bloggers? Do they watch how they move? Do they use caution? Because again, all that saying, allegedly, that ain't gonna save you. What now? Call out the T.
Now, so what I'm thinking, and this is what I'm thinking, I think a lot of people are going to be cautious about the certain things they say and stuff like that, because you can see the problem with a lot of this too is they're going to go after the ones that's going to get attention, that's going to get the people to talk, right? And Milana, what she did was she had the people talking. She had a little run. Let's not get it twisted. She had a little run. But at some point, your run stops when you're not a big person. She's not a no-name person. She's not a big person. Now, had that been somebody else, I don't think Meg would have went after them. But she's a nobody, so of course she's going to go after them, after her. But I think it's going to get to a point where a lot of these artists are going to start fighting back. It depends on who they're going after, because there's certain certain people that have podcasts, you're not going to be able to go after because they have a description when a podcast come on.
Koala, I want you to Google something if you haven't already. You watch the show, so you may have heard me mention this. I've been telling people about this for over 25 years. Reckless disregard for the truth. Can you Google that? Reckless disregard for the truth. Let's take our time. Give me a second, folks. Do you have a tablet or something in front of you, or a computer, Koala?
No, I don't have a tablet in front of me.
Can you Google that or no? If not, Google it later.
Give me a second.
Okay. Reckless disregard for the truth. I'm going to say this again to those of you watching, those of you up and coming content creators. You see, saying allegedly or just, putting out something and then playing stupid is not going to save you. I learned about this in the early days of the Star and Buckwald show. Come on.
It's basically disregard.
No. Not basically. No. Read it verbatim, please. Read it.
It says disregard for whether a statement is true or false in a higher degree.
Often implying
a high degree of awareness that the statement is probably false.
Keep going.
And it goes further. It says it's not just a simple mistake or negligence, but rather
negligence
individual to encounter. That's deep. So now, but the problem with
you didn't finish.
Give me a second.
Rather a deliberate indifference to the accuracy of the information being communicated. Saying allegedly.
The problem with,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
But here's the problem with that. Then we're going to now, we got this conversation now too, real quick, Star. We're going to go into a different status now, because now you're going to tell people that have these blogs, you can't say nothing now.
No, sir, that's not what it means, Koala. That's not what it means. Let's come back another day, but just bookmark that, save that. Oh, you can talk on the microphone, but you can't just say crazy shit. You can't just post videos and try to tear down someone's livelihood and or business or potential gross earnings. You follow me? You can't just say, oh, I heard allegedly. No. And if somebody has the time to come after you, as Megan found the time, you're going to learn. You got me?
There was two things. I got you. There was two things. One about the Epstein and one about Shaq. I'll go on to Epstein. The last guy, you spoke to a caller, said there was a list. He lied. There's no list out there. There's no list out there. But here's the problem. I think there is a list.
Okay.
I think the problem is they can't expose that list. You know why? There's too many people probably on that list, whether they're politicians, whether they're Hollywood people. They do. That list can erupt a lot of people's lives. And they don't want to do it. And I'm pretty sure certain people know who's on that list. But they know the minute they put that list out there, it's going to erupt. So they knock that. You'll never see that list. You'll never see that list. Whether it is one or not, you will never see it.
Okay.
They burying that.
Got you. Okay.
And as far as Shaq, I don't have a problem with Shaq said at all. I do have a problem with, if you're going to attack him, go attack everybody else that has something to say about Angel Reese. Go attack ESPN, who you working for now, because they don't give her love on ESPN. The problem has been always this about this chick with Caitlin Clark. It's always been a media attention for her. The problem is we make it about her than the whole league, and that's where the difference come at. Okay. You hear too many people keep saying, "Oh, well, they jealous of her. They're mad at her. She's bringing lights to the sports in the world." Right. That's not what people are saying. People are saying, "Hold up, yes, she is bringing a light to the sport, But there were people before her. Yes, is she putting the people in the seats? Yes. Is she putting the people getting the viewerships for TV and all that? Yes. But let's not forget, she's not the only person, and that's the thing. Now with Shaq,
Paul, I hate to cut you short. I'm getting backed up on calls, man. So you can respect what Shaq said. Bottom line.
I respect what he said. Bottom line.
Okay. I appreciate you, man, and make sure you bookmark that reckless disregard for the truth. All right.
I got you.
Salute. Yeah. I don't, say this to brag, but I have never been fined by the FCC. I've never been found liable of anything throughout my radio journey. I've never had to pay anybody. So I've learned along my journey. I was never an intern. I never carried nobody's records. Nobody never got me my job in radio. I gangstered my way in, for those who care. But I paid attention and I learned because I saw some of the pitfalls. It only took one time for the general manager to say to me, some of you have heard me say this already, with regards to talking about people. She said, if you can't prove it, you can get sued. And saying allegedly is not going to save you. Okay. All right, guys, hold on a second. I do want to play another video here. Hey, Ebony, thank you for your donation. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. Here comes Ebony with the bullshit. Hey, Ebony. Ebony says, hey, Star, quick question. Do you think Nicki Minaj is on the powder? I mean, I love her, but these past years, she's been wilding. She's got to chill. You know what the right answer should be from anybody who is on a microphone? I have no idea. I don't know. I have no knowledge. I have no proof. And even if she was, what would that mean to me? I like Nicki Minaj's, little slick little attitude, and I don't think she has a bad a disposition. Some people have a bad disposition. I've seen her in interviews when she's sweet. She's very intelligent. Let's not get it fucked up. Nicki Minaj is very, very just naturally smart and intelligent. But I don't know if she's on no powder. Hell, that's how she caught Nosy Ho slipping, right? No, Nosy Ho was saying, everybody knows. Now, I like Nosy Ho, but hey, Nicki Minaj said, oh, really? Well, here's your chance to prove it. Okay, but thank you for your donation. Let's play another video here with regards to the Epstein files. If it is true, how does it affect you? Come on, let's talk about it. Don't run from it now. The hater's going to give you the opportunity. But when I broke that Africa Bambaataa story, so many people were interested in the bullshit and fake news, and they really didn't care about molestation of young Black and Hispanic boys.
President Trump is praising his attorney general for her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. While speaking to reporters at the White House today, the president commended Pam Bondi. She has faced plenty of criticism from some conservative influencers after choosing not to release documents related to the sex trafficking investigation into Epstein and his subsequent death.
The attorney general's handled that very well. She's really done a very good job. Credibility is very important. And you want credible evidence for something like that. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release.
Bondi held a news conference today on efforts to crack down on drug trafficking, and she shot down reporters' questions about Epstein. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarland was at that news conference and joins us now. Scott, thanks for being with us. What is the Attorney General trying to do now to turn the page from Epstein, and is there any indication that it's working?
The many things they've tried to do to turn the page on Epstein are not working. This is a fire that is flaming higher versus being extinguished. The Attorney General really is in the epicenter of this storm, where she has different factions inside the Trump umbrella, surrogates of the president pressing her to do more to answer the questions about how Jeffrey Epstein died, she says by suicide, and whether he has a list of powerful cohorts who also abused children. She says there is no there. There is no conspiracy theory to reveal and release files on. but also she's not answering the questions in a way that satisfies the president's supporters who continue to press her for more. We asked the Attorney General if she expects to weather this storm. Take a listen.
I'm going to be here for as long as the president wants me here, and I believe he's made that crystal clear. It's 4 years, well, 3.5 now, right? We've got 6 months in, and it feels like 6 years.
And Nancy, Democrats are pouncing on this. They tried to force a vote, nearly won a vote today on the House floor that would mandate the Department of Justice release more Epstein files. They sense there's some division inside the Trump base.
And Scott, there's been so much focus on Epstein, but in the midst of all of this, the DOJ has fired the head of its ethics office. What are the implications of the department removing its top ethics official?
And the Attorney General, when she was trying to win this job in Senate confirmation hearings, testified that she would consult with ethics officials on tough decisions. Well, the top ethics official in the Department of Justice says he has been fired and actually posted a copy of the letter signed by Pam Bondi firing him. Former prosecutors speaking with CBS News today said, without an ethics officer, there are fewer places, if any place, for federal agents, federal prosecutors to go for help if they sense they've been asked to do something that's illegal, that violates policy, that violates protocols inside the Department of Justice. Fewer homes for whistleblowers to go to blow the whistle. This is a concern moving forward because ethics officials, if they're not there, are difficult to find, if not difficult to replace.
I can imagine. Scott McFarland, thank you very much.
Okay, some context with regards to the Epstein files, the Epstein list. Are you really concerned? Are you concerned because the possibility or reality of white minors being violated? Do white lives have more value than young black children? Hell, whenever I talk about young black children missing, violated, molested, most people don't give a goddamn. Why? Again, I broke the Africa Bambaataa story. When people reach out to me, yo, what's up with Bambaataa? Well, why don't you know? Do you live in the slums? Do you have kids? Why don't you follow the research in terms of what's going on? Star broke the X-Clan story with Patrice. Do you know she won that lawsuit against X-Clan? People were mad at me when I brought that story out. Jessica Reed. Star broke that story. I didn't even want to break that story. Most of you know that. But she came back a couple of months later, and my girlfriend at the time said to me, why are you going to ignore the paperwork? Jessica Reed was raped. And even if Charlemagne didn't do it, well, who did in that small-ass goddamn town? The South Carolina Medical Examination Office examined her, and they said, this girl has been raped, 15-year-old. Phone lines are open. Let's talk about it tonight. The Epstein files. Let me go to area code 470. Hey there, good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 470.
Yes, hi, this is Linda. So yeah, I just want you to know that I've been paying attention to you for a long time. I think back when you used to be on MTV back in the day, but but yeah, I also want you to know that I respect the work you've done, specifically when you were exposed to the Bambaataa story, because I actually did pay attention.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, Jessica Reed, I watched that, I watched you also decide to kind of cover the lawsuit, and then you had to take that video down because of the information, the private information, I think, involving Charlemagne there. So, yes, I want you to know I respect the fact that you, I think, have actually been an advocate for vulnerable, Black children or just young Black people who unfortunately were taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So I want you to know that.
Thank you.
I think that relates to the Epstein story. So I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I do think it's important for that story in terms of if there is a legitimate list to be put out there, only because I think it more so, it's not really a race issue to me. It's more about those who have money and power, right? Okay. And so the ability to speak to the accountability when something as diabolical as sex trafficking ring involving children has occurred. So I do actually think it would be important for that list to be exposed because of that, because this was a cover-up that, if you think about it, not only did it involve, young children, but it was, not just even in the U.S. I mean, these people were being flown internationally. Like, it was involving like politicians. It was involving, these technocrats. It was involving like so many various like upper echelon individuals. And even if you think back to the connections with various modeling agencies internationally as well, and some of these like higher ups. So yeah, so I actually do think it would be important if there is a list to put it out there, and even the fact that you had recruiters, i.e. potentially Naomi Campbell, other people who are involved in helping recruit some of these young women. But at the same time, I also think, unfortunately, what's going on is that this is being used as a distraction away from other legitimate things that I think as Americans we should be more focused on.
Right.
Even though the list, fine, put it out there. But our economy is fucking crashing. Excuse my French, but the economy is crashing. Like there are real issues that are impacting the American people that I would like for us to pay more attention to. Look what's going on with people who, if you're on Medicaid, you are about to get kicked off Medicaid if you are on Medicaid.
Right.
That doesn't directly impact me at all, but at the same time, as someone who I've worked in healthcare, that's something I genuinely do care about, because I don't want to see what the aftermath of what's going to happen, right? Where you will unfortunately have more homelessness, you will have more people who are unfortunately are going to be very ill and not able to access care, in this country.
Right.
We are literally starting to, I think, evolve into a third world country, actually. We're looking at what they've done and what the Trump administration, as well as also just some of these policies that are laws that have been put into effect, how they're going to impact us further down the line, along with also the tearing down of our monetary system and how the dollar is being consistently devalued in a sense where you need more money now just to afford basic living expenses. That's a real problem. So I think these are the things.
Can I jump in?
You would pay more. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Please do.
I appreciate everything you've just said, and you're right. You are so right. There's other important things to worry about. But the client list, or the files, they're always going to cover stuff like that. I can't sit here and beat myself in the head week after week, month after month. Release the list. Release it. I'm not going to sit here like Alex Jones and then say something crazy, and wind up having to really just lose things due to what has always been a perverted lifestyle of certain classes, groups, and or cultures. And you're familiar with NAMBLA, yes? North American Man-Boy Love Association?
Yeah, I'm aware of them.
So since the late 70s, this has been acceptable behavior within the certain confines or classes, as you just pointed out, of the elite. And for those of you who don't know, Google NAMBLA, North American Man-Boy Love Association. But God, I just wanted to champion what you were saying. Go ahead, please.
No, I appreciate you bringing that up. And it even goes further back than that. Like, if you want to even look at, take it back to what Hollywood has been, known for, like, going back to like I guess you could say like, I don't know if it's 1920s or 30s, but there have been very infamous, I guess you could say, crimes that have happened where, I forget the one case, but it was involving a young woman who literally was sexually abused by this like young, I guess, another male actor. And I think basically she was sodomized so badly she died. I mean, it was insane, but I can't remember her name. But anyways, I just said to say that the idea of just how there have been elites who have done a lot of really sexually perverse things with willing or unwilling, victims, this has been an ongoing issue for generations, I guess you could say. So this is not new information. I do think even if you go back and look at the 80s, like you have to look at our politicians. If you go back to, there was the Franklin loan scandal, I think, of the 90s.
We can even go back further. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We can go back to pederasty.
No. Go ahead.
Pederasty. I've spoken about that maybe 20 years ago. You familiar with the term pederasty?
No. What does that mean?
Can you Google? I've got time. I appreciate the conversation. Do you have a laptop or something in front of you? PED.
Yeah, I do.
PEDERASTY. Pederasty.
Oh, yes, in ancient Greece. Yes, grown men would keep a young boy. I didn't know that's what it was called, but yes, I do know about that.
A sexual relationship between an adult man and an adolescent boy. This was acceptable behavior in ancient Greece, Rome, parts of Japan, and if I'm not mistaken, Italy. I don't see Italy here in this particular one that I'm.
It's Rome.
Go ahead.
So Rome, yeah. So Rome is. No, you are right. So it does involve Italy too, because it says Rome here in the information I'm looking at. But no, you're not wrong about that. I mean, this is something that it goes that predates any sort of like prior, like our current civilization even. Like, so this has been an ongoing issue where, unfortunately, the potential, they are calling it relationships, but really the abuse of children. This has been viewed as acceptable in certain societies, unfortunately. And so, yes, that is a legitimate problem. But I just think that, and I just think unless if you are willing to somehow upend or somehow overthrow like our current governmental structure and the way it works, you're not going to actually see any legitimate change in any of this, because it's going to happen in a way where it's just it's more covert. Even though I think, in some ways they do try to, kind of with sexualization of children and of young people and certain things that they allow to kind of put out there in the media to desensitize this is happening. I think that's where, as human beings, we need to be more alert to these things when messaging is being put out there to make us think, oh, that's really nothing. When no, it's meant to kind of signal to young children, oh, these sort of behaviors are okay when they're not. So I think as young people, just as people, period, we need to be very, very much aware of what's going on with the young people around us that we care about, as well as also when we're seeing these kind of things being kind of put out there, we need to, call attention to it and absolutely, rebuke that nonsense and say, no, enough is enough. And so I think these are the kind of things we should be paying more attention to. Don't get me wrong. I think it's sad what happened with the victims of Epstein. But unfortunately, these people, it's already happened. So if the government is choosing to cover it up, and I think the real cover up is because of, if we want to take it back to, if Epstein was Mossad, if he was a Mossad agent, which they say he was, and I believe he was. Per some of the things I looked at, I believe he was a Mossad agent.
I believe he was a sick weirdo, and I believe. And, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I believe that his actions were approved by others. And hey, but am I going to sit here and beat myself in the head? No. If Trump was on the list, cuff him, drag him out of the White House, and then get somebody else in there to protect my rights. I don't give a goddamn. But hey, good land your plane. I appreciate your call. Come on.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, great call. Great call. Lock them all up. Now what? Guys, thank you for your support via Cash App. Hey, my Cash App is on the screen right there. See that $ Snitch Network or $ Star Report. And just make sure before you send the Cash App, you read it and make sure it's one of my Cash Apps, okay? Deeds has been asking me if I'm going to, put some of these videos on membership. I'm kind of like undecided on that. If you're supporting, and I appreciate your supporting, then I don't feel that we need to do the membership thing. If you appreciate the efforts of what I do and Deeds and the consistency, the knowledge, the research, because as you know, I don't just jump up on the microphone and say any goddamn thing. Then send a small donation, okay? And your Cash App donations, Snitch Network, are tax deductible. That's a 501c3, okay? Is it Arlene? Hey, Arlene, how are you? Thank you for your donation. Okay. The credit dude says, Shaq a simp, had slides on, got a fresh pedicure. Oh my God. Thanks for the donation. Credit dude. I saw a picture of Shaq's feet. Utterly disgusting. Okay. Yes. I have seen that before. What a couple of people just sent me, the Epstein list. I've seen that. Is that official? If that's official, go arrest these people. Go arrest them. I don't give a flying fuck about none of them. I'll say it again. I am an objectivist from the school of Ayn Rand. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I usually vote conservative, but I'm about self. Thank you for your email here. Hold on a second. Okay. Hey, Colleen, thank you for your email. Yes, I'm familiar with that name. Colleen tapping in. Wait a minute. I think this is one of my friends. Oh, Gene Richmond, is that you, sir? AKA number 9, tapping in on a Tuesday. Number 9.
Good evening. It's me. It's a pleasure to be on the Star Report as usual.
Thank you for tapping in.
I see you're really bringing in the people together in your own unique way of journalism.
Yeah. Yes,
well, I will say this. Yeah, absolutely. Brian Gumbo had nothing on you.
The great Brian Gumbo.
The great Brian Gumbo, absolutely.
He's my guy. So what do you want to start about the Epstein files, the Epstein list? Do I think it's a reality? Yes. Now what?
Well, to really understand the weight of the Epstein files and the Epstein connections to a lot of high-powered officials, we have to look at his closest business partner, confidant, and associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is now in federal prison serving a 20-year sentence in regards to the sex trafficking which occurred under the Epstein connection. If you understand Ghislaine Maxwell's connection to the story, her father, Robert Maxwell, was a high-end spy and a Mossad connect agent to Israel.
Okay.
And Robert Maxwell also had a lot of contacts in the State Department of the United States and connections to high-power politicians in the United States as well. So now we talk about Epstein being connected to the Mossad and also being connected to various networks in the United States government with people who've been on his island and been on his plane. We've heard about presidents and other high-ranking officials.
Right.
So
we've seen flight logs. Yes, we've seen flight logs.
Correct. And Pam Bondi, who did once say, the United States Attorney General, saying that there is concrete information in regards to these manifests and people who are on here. But now, flash forward to recently, they're saying that there is no information.
There's no list.
Cash Patel, who is the director of the FBI,
right,
and Dan Bongino, who is the deputy director of FBI, who gone on and said, yeah, he committed suicide and there's nothing there. And this is the same Dan Bongino who a year ago was talking about release the documents, release the files. We know the connections.
Right.
But now that he's the deputy director, he's saying it's a nothing burger. There's nothing to see here. So to see this change in regards to the meat and potatoes of this incident, it's very questionable that these people who once said there's something here is now saying, well, there's nothing here at all. So what did they see and what do they know that most people are saying that is a cover-up? So you have to ask yourself, now, how deep does this thing go in the government that you have prominent officials who came out publicly and said there's something here, but now, months later, they're saying there's nothing here. So I think this is important because the people want to know who is connected to this and why won't they tell us the truth and release the actual information that they have.
Can I jump in?
Go ahead.
Now, if you ask me, the reason why they won't tell, as you said, us is because you are the 85%, the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. Point blank.
Oh.
You know, you're not the upper crust, the elite. You do what we put out there. I'm more concerned, me personally, with what's out there at Area 51. That's what I'm concerned about. I have reason to believe, if you want to get really crazy, that the U.S. government is hiding evidence with regards to other life forms that are out there in the solar system. That's what I'm concerned about. Not who's sleeping with the goddamn minors. I'm just not. Go ahead.
Well, the Area 51 thing has always been a unique
interesting topic in regards to that. They've done films, documentaries, and people have done various interviews about what they claim they've seen and files that the government has on that area. But again, it goes back to a United States government that is known for cover-ups. And let's be honest, it goes deeper than the mainstream government faces. It's a part of this deep state apparatus. And you hear the deep state, it's about the shadow government, the faces, the power figures that you don't see. That pull
the deep state. Let's go there. The deep state.
Yeah, the deep state, that shadow government, the people that you don't see, the wealthy financiers, the backers of the globalist interests, the people that are tied into the most powerful, the most elite in our United States government that you don't hear about, that they don't talk about. You don't see their faces, but they're pulling the strings behind the scenes continuously. They have crony capitalists in their hands. They have lobbyists in their back pockets, and they're interconnected with all the mainstays in the United States government here and governments abroad. So I think that we as a people, like you said, there will be things that will continue to be kept away from us. I mean, recently the JFK
we're on a need-to-know basis, right? On a need-to-know basis.
Well, I need to know. Well, you need to know who controls things, and I think, I think these globalist interests are the ones that say yay or nay, green light, red light. They red light things and they green light things, and that's just the reality of it all. I mean, look at you have this immigration battle that talks about, we're deporting illegals and we're fighting for comprehensive immigration, which is great. But how do you think this started in the first place? Immigration and cheap labor was big business, and it's always been for decades. The government knew about it. They opened the borders. They allow it to happen. They turn a blind eye to the big corporations that hire these cheap labor illegals on both sides of the political party. And now they come in, they create the problem, and they say, oh, well, we'll create a solution. And I love what the president is doing in regard to immigration. But again, how did this madness start? It goes right back to the United States government. And the government's hands are sullied and dirty in all kinds of, secrets and all.
Let me ask you a question. Number 9. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the deportation of illegals, if you will, is some type of diversion from these Epstein files, flight logs, and list that has been promised to be released to the public? As we've said, Trump promised this stuff, so now it's a big nothing burger. Is this a diversion? The whole deportation thing that's going on across the nation.
Well, I think that is a diversion. I also think that the Texas flood catastrophe was a diversion. We know the government has access to weather machines that can cause these catastrophic climate changes and these weather scenarios. We know that they have access to this.
You stop right there. Hold on. You stop right there because you laughed at me in 2004 when we first met, and I was talking about the HARP machine. And you used to call into the Star and Buckwald show. You said nonsense, right?
Yeah, I thought you just were a mixed race guy trying to fool black people. And I said it was nonsense. But then Alex Jones, years later, Alex Jones brought a comprehensive documentary in regard.
The white man said it, and then you said, "Oh, I didn't know that." Can you can you tell people what the HARP weather manipulation machine is for those who don't know, since you're now a believer?
Well, since I am a believer, the HARP machine is a machine that allows high-powered frequencies and a transmission to alter weather-like conditions. It's an instrument that it sends out a signal, and it could change not only the capabilities of certain weather aspects, but also change the complete elements and areas. So it's a very unique
earthquakes, if you will. Earthquakes.
Oh yeah, that is correct, and it's also been looked at as a weapon that can be used in war and things of that nature by the government. So
it's a very high-powered element that in the wrong hands can cause massive destruction. So it's also been used for research for what they claim it's a research-based element. But again, I believe that the government's been using it to cover things up. You know, and elements all across the world, places like Haiti with these constant earthquakes that just happen, that just seem to happen.
Salute to Jeffrey. I got your comment on the screen. Yes, that's it right there. You guys can Google that. Listen, I'm just a dumb dropout, but back in 2004, when I was up in Connecticut, Power 104.1, and Gene Richmond, who's on the line right now, used to call in. That's how you got your name, because you were ordering the number 9 on the McDonald's menu that I always used to order, the fish fillet combo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Anything else you want to mention? Shaquille O'Neal talking about he's going to punch Robert Griffin in the fucking face, or anything else? No.
Well, I think Shaquille O'Neal's out of control to say such a thing. Robert Griffin has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful wife, and I think Shaquille O'Neal might be jealous of what Robert Griffin accomplishment is, and you know, his big, gigantic self has nothing to show for all those millions. You know, where's his beautiful wife? You know, where's his fine, lovely European wife of European descent? He doesn't have one. I think he could be jealous.
Can I jump in?
Go ahead.
Can I jump in? No disrespect to RG3, but more than likely, he's got a Caucasian piece of hip-hop trash. In this country, once upon a time, maybe in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and even in the 80s, if you bagged an upscale-looking white woman, you had yourself a trophy. But now, the average white girl knows most of the lyrics to any Ludacris song, G-Unit, Wu-Tang Clan, Murder Inc. So there's nothing special about having a snow bunny on your arm now. So I think he's a goofy, RG3. But I'm not going to, dog his woman, his goddess or whatever. But it's not that big of a deal now. I don't think Shaq is really stressing that. I think Shaq is just, protecting his interests. But I'll let you land your plane, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Well, I understand what you said, because I like my white women listening to Alanis Morissette and Sarah McLachlan. So I don't need a hip hop white woman. So I can understand the devalue of that. So, well,
great to
that's the reality. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. My friend Gene Richmond. Yeah, I'm not going to take shots at RG3, but okay, you got yourself a pink toe. Big deal. That's what we used to call them back in the 70s. Pink toes. Had a pink toe. Her father pulled out a shotgun on me one time. I pulled up to the house on my Schwinn bicycle. Here he comes running. This was in Fanwood, New Jersey. Running to the front with a goddamn shotgun. Ah! Had to get the fuck out of there. Penelope, I got your donation. Thank you very much. You want to call in? The Cash App is on the screen, or you can use Cash App Star Report. Star Report, I thank you for your support. Okay. Guys, also, rapper Troy Ave was involved in a shooting, in case you don't know. I hope he's okay, because the video that was just posted today happened back in June. Again, Troy was with one of his friends, some guy named Chef Jeff Cole. He said in a statement that he put out on the gram, I came home after celebrating the success of a sold-out Chef Fest with love and support from all over the West Coast, and a hater from the same city tried to take it all away. This the second time, but it won't be a third. Shout out to my brother Av for holding it down in a situation where most would have ran or folded. Did he set Troy Ave up? Did he think Troy Ave wasn't about that life, and Troy Ave started sparking it? Pow, 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 fast. Is it staged? Is it staged? I hope Troy Ave does not get arrested for that, that video, having a firearm in San Diego. Holy shit. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, girl, Janet, what's cracking? What's shaking with you on a Wednesday morning now? Where's Janet? Area code.
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey, I'm alive, Janet. I'm alive. It's cracking.
Well, listen, well, that's great to hear, Star. That you're doing okay. I was calling in about the Epstein list.
Okay.
Okay. Now the list, along with the flight log, first came up on WikiLeaks. I think it was the Assange guy.
Okay.
He dropped it on February 15, 2023.
Okay.
And nobody said nothing, I mean, I sent it around to a couple people. I think I even sent it to you. And then January in 2024, people started talking about it again. So it's like, well, why is everybody up in arms? Because it already dropped. Now, if you didn't download the list on a like a spreadsheet, then you won't have it, because now the access to the link is empty, because it's over 2,500 pages. It's empty now.
Okay.
Now, the reason that it matters is, to me, it's because I think whoever removed that list is really the ones that are running things, and it's scary, because I believe, like with this Ukraine thing, all this money and all this effort in Ukraine, I believe it's because, maybe people high up, even the president, could be being blackmailed for what happened with his son over there. So these people keep secrets, and I think they use them to move globally. I don't know who they are. I didn't, I don't have the list, because I didn't download it. The link is gone. But yeah, it's very important that these things be talked about, because our country and our people, and the 85%, the deaf, dumb, and the blind, these are the people that go fight the wars. You understand? These are the soldiers. These are the pawns that come from out of poverty. They're trying to pick their family up through the military, go to school and whatever. And then they get sucked into a war that's probably based on somebody sleeping with somebody's husband. And if they say, hey, we're going to release this to your people if you don't do this, or you don't give us this amount of money. It's too much money exchanging hands, and our country is too powerful, too big, and too rich for us to have anybody kicked to the side and to the curb. We shouldn't have homelessness. Everybody should have a college education. We should be the most successful country in the world when it comes to the humanity of our people. But what's stopping that? Because if you think about it, with the JFK thing, right? The Vietnam War was going on since was it Eisenhower?
Hang on a second, Janet. You're going back to the Vietnam War. Most of my audience is not that old. I'm not saying that they don't. Not saying they don't do research and they can't have knowledge of something like that. But let's bring it up more to date here. So the masses are interested. Who is trafficking kids? Pedos! Oh God, they're pedos. I get it. But now,
no,
hang on. In comparison to young black boys and Hispanics, it would appear that nobody gives a goddamn. And again, I've broken stories, so I can tell you that there's a difference in people interested in things, crimes against certain groups and or cultures. The taking of young black people and their organs, why is that not as big as the Epstein list? Why is that not just as goddamn big? I can't sit here and spend time about the white man being a fucking freak. Yes, he's a freak. Yes, master of technology. Hold on, goddammit. I let you talk.
Okay.
Hold on. I can't sit here and play that game. Lose sleep. Get gray hair. I got very few gray hair. You know, I'm not saying I don't give a fuck. Or maybe I did say that, and I'm not insensitive. But, you know, how does that affect the average person in America other than just wanting to know by way of some type of hedonistic information? How?
Well, see, here's the thing. I think what you're saying is surface. I think what's going on is a little bit more deeper and a little bit more underbelly, because I think globally.
Well, break it down, because it's not surface. It's me, my personal feelings. That's not surface.
Okay. Well, my personal opinion is that it's deeper than the trafficking of children, even though that is god awful. It's deeper than that, because I believe other governments and other people are using this to run our government. Okay. I think they are blackmailing people, because I still can't understand the whole Ukraine thing. I still can't understand the ties to Israel. I can't understand some of these things that go on with our government when we have people in here that are absolutely in need. And another thing, I believe, if Trump did have that list, he would, I believe, 100%, because remember, he cut Epstein off a long time ago before he even thought about running for president. I think he would release it. I think he would. I don't think he could get his hands on it. I think they are telling the truth that they cannot get it. Okay. Because it was there. It was released on February the 15th, 2023, the flight logs and along with the list. And I think that list is a blackmail list. And it's not a blackmail list for just just local politics. I think it's geo. I think it's nationwide. And I think it explains a lot of.
Can I jump in?
I believe.
Can I jump in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When are we going to see Woody Allen in handcuffs?
Don't care about Willie. I don't care about Woody Allen.
No. Don't dismiss a pedophile right in your fucking face. When is Woody Allen going to be in handcuffs? R. Kelly's in prison. They just dragged the hell out of Diddy. Bullshit charges. When is Woody Allen going to be in handcuffs?
Okay. Again, my thing is more global, and my interest is more of the people that's being sent over there to die. And my thing is not enough not enough health care. And my thing is not enough education given to our people, because our sons are going somewhere else when it's just logical to spend it here. And
well, that's surface, Janet, because you still haven't broken down how it affects, us here in America. But listen, I appreciate you calling in. I got to take other calls. Do you want to land your plane, or do you want to discuss Shaquille O'Neal saying he's going to punch RG3 in his mother effing face? Janet?
Well, he Brick City, so it is what it is. But my whole thing
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's Brick City. It's Brick City. I will stand with him anyway he want to go. Anyway he want to rock this, I'm going to stand by him. He Brick City,
Tell people who don't know, what is Brick City, for those who don't know.
Well, that's North New Jersey. They know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Janet. Oh, and Janet, the only mentor I ever had in my life was my father. I got your email. But have a good day.
Oh, okay. But did you see what?
Hey, Sunday, I got your donation, Sunday. Thank you so much, Sunday. Shaquille O'Neal. I'm not going to play the video again. I played it earlier in the show. You guys can go back and watch it. I appreciate you logging on right now. Something else I want to play here. Holy smokes. Has anybody ever been arrested with regards to HOA violations? This was crazy. I have to play this. Hold on a second. Hold on. This came out yesterday. I think this is Tampa, Florida. Damn. Homeowners Association, for those who don't know, that's what HOA stands for. This is crazy.
The I-Team has investigated a lot of complaints involving HOAs and how they use their power, but we've never seen anything quite like this.
Yeah, so the woman in the mugshot right here wanted us to tell you her story, and she wanted us to show you her mugshot. She was arrested and spent a week in jail for what started out as an HOA complaint over her lawn.
Feel humiliated about the whole thing, you know, like I kind of got my head down because this is so embarrassing.
Well, tonight, investigative reporter Adam Walser there revealing how she wound up behind bars and caught up with the HOA's attorney to ask about his involvement.
This is what they were showing in court, like pictures of the brown grass.
Yep.
The grass isn't always green in Irina Green's yard, thanks to a big tree that you can see in this drone video, and a drought that led the county to impose watering restrictions last year didn't help.
Looks like you got some pieces of sod here.
Green says her yard is far from the worst in Riverview's Creekview subdivision.
If you drive around my neighborhood, you'll see there's plenty of yards that are not up to par.
But so far, she's the only homeowner to actually go to jail for failing to keep her yard up to her HOA standards. It all started with notices from the HOA's management company.
And it went from the grass being brown to, you know, there's a dent in my garage.
Dents too small to see from the road.
That was a part of my court case.
Green was also cited for having a dirty mailbox covered in mildew due to shade and moisture from that same tree.
I would assume you could probably clean that whole mailbox in a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
And for having a cargo van similar to other ones we observed in the neighborhood. The HOA filed a lawsuit against Green in Hillsborough County Court, demanding she correct the violations. She represented herself, preparing handwritten explanations that the HOA and judge rejected. Green appeared at a hearing last July in which the judge gave her an ultimatum.
My grass had to be brung up to par. He said, you can get seeds, you can do something, but you got 30 days to get it corrected. I said, fine. You know, and he said, and if it's not done in 30 days, you're going to go to jail.
Irene says she spent the next month correcting the violations.
I sold my van to comply. My mailbox was clean. I bought seeds and watered my grass.
But she missed her next court date.
I was supposed to receive documentation. Nothing was sent to my home. And I reached out to the courthouse several times to try to find out when was my court date.
The judge signed an order holding Green in contempt of court and issued a warrant for her arrest at the HOA attorney's request.
It is pretty extreme. It certainly is, yeah.
We asked Stetson law professor Paul Boudreau what he makes of this case.
I think it's pretty rare in a civil case for someone to have a contempt order.
Green was pulled over by a sheriff's deputy in late May after picking up her 15-year-old daughter from cheerleading practice.
When I got out, he said, Ms. Green, do you know that you have a warrant for your arrest?
She was taken to the Orient Road jail.
If they got you handcuffed behind your back?
Yes, I'm treated like a criminal.
At the jail, she got more bad news.
There was no bond, so I couldn't even go home to my family. I sat in there for 7 days. 7 days in the jailhouse, you know, like a criminal.
To be incarcerated without bond is certainly an extreme measure and is pretty rare.
Now, there's a mugshot of you right now.
Yep.
How did that make you feel, just to be put in those orange clothes?
It makes me feel horrible. Like I work hard, you know, I work hard to buy this home, you know, for me and my kids in a better neighborhood and environment, and to be taken to jail and to be treated like that for brown grass at my own home, you know, like it's horrible.
David Lair is a Palm Beach attorney who represents homeowners in cases against HOAs. His law partner wrote the best-selling book, Bad HOA.
You have an HOA who was quick to go after her and to use the full force that they're entitled to.
Have you ever heard of it getting to this point where someone actually goes to jail?
I have not seen that. To be clear, the association does not have the power to put you in jail. Certain other events intervened. Certainly, you know, the judge had the right to do it. You know, I think perhaps there could be more lenient remedies.
Green's sister-in-law, who is a paralegal, filed a petition 6 days after she was incarcerated, requesting an emergency hearing.
And I went to court, and I had to be shackled from my hands to my feet.
And you're there in civil county court, right?
Yeah.
You're the only one wearing orange, right?
Yeah, the only one.
Green's relatives sent pictures of the yard and other evidence to the judge, a different one than the judge who issued the arrest warrant.
I got to stop it right there. I got to stop it right there. They had that black woman in shackles, hands and feet. Oh, my goodness, over some HOA brown grass. Let me look in the live chat. I went and got myself a drink. I'm about to take a sip. Oh, shit, the 20 grand gold premium imported vodka. Troll babies, what do you think? What do you think? Were they right to lock her up? She had brown grass, the dirty mailbox, and a dent in the garage. Live around white folk. I'm sure they targeted her. I'm sure it was racist. She got black kids. You know, black kids are hard on grass, are they not? Let's keep it real. I'm trying to put some of your comments on the screen. Black kids are hard on the grass in certain neighborhoods. That's just what it is. It's not even being mean or racist, you know? Hold on. Area code 818. Good evening. Are you there? Late night, we're talking about a few topics. 818?
Hey, what's up, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you? How are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Nick Bean.
Okay, I don't know you, sir, but where do you want to start?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's been a long time. I called in, man, to comment on your I was the one that sent you them slides like 6 years ago, man. You still got them rolling, huh?
Oh, you sent me the Hilfiger slides.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, I don't wear slides outside, sir. I mean, I'm not that comfortable in life, so I've got them right here under my desk. Thank you very much. Yeah.
House slippers.
I only have them under my desk. I don't walk around with slides, man, but I appreciate you. I think that's goofy shit.
Oh, man, I seen you pull them out. I was like, damn, you still got the same ones.
I got the slides. Can we get to the topic, sir? Shaquille O'Neal warned RG3 or the Epstein files. Ooh, they're hiding them.
I was going to comment on what you just was playing right now, the HOA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Are black kids hard on grass? I mean, damn it, they locked her up. Jesus.
Damn. That's pretty tough. Yeah, because I got an HOA where I'm at, and when I first moved in, they kind of had to set the rules. Like as soon as like maybe the first couple of weeks, I got a letter like they was trying to put me in check right off the rip, you know. And we didn't even do nothing really. We just like I guess when I moved in, my washer, the washer and dryer wasn't wasn't working. So we put the towels out to dry.
Whoa!
And then boom!
Whoa!
Warning number one. Right
you put the towels in the backyard on some type of string or something like that.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like the on the wall, because the park you can see in my community, it's like a little gated community, whatever. You put it on the wall to dry, and then boom. First week they hit us with a warning, like don't let it happen again.
So the towels were visible if somebody was driving around a corner or something, they could see your towels.
Yeah, it was visible in the park. Exactly, okay. It was in plain view to the whole community.
Yeah, you deserved a ticket for that. Go ahead. What else? Serious, what else? What else?
Yeah, and you know they What else? They said, oh no, they sent me the second week they sent me for the visitor parking. They hit me with another warning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, for the they were trying to crack down, and they actually sent me pictures of the cars, and I'm like, this ain't in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just really. I felt like they targeted me because I was new, and I just got in, bought the house and got in here, so.
Is it a predominantly Caucasian area, and are you a man of color? Who am I speaking to?
Yeah, I'm brown. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but no, it's not actually. I don't think we got any white people up in there, to be honest with you. Mainly Hispanic, and I would say 75% Hispanic, maybe 20% Black, maybe.
Okay. So they wanted to get you in check. So now, do you have do you have an understanding of living amongst people in a quote unquote community? Because everybody can't live in a gated community. Some people have this I don't give a fuck attitude. They want to blast the music. They want to sit out on the goddamn the porch rolling blunts and shit like that. I don't want to live around savages like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel it. It's my first time living in a gated community. I ain't gonna lie, so I had to adjust a little bit, I ain't gonna lie.
You get on a perk and then you're in the goddamn driveway, 2 o'clock in the morning, talking to somebody on the phone. Other people are sleeping, and here you are out there, woofing and barking. You one of them type?
Nah, I ain't that. Okay. Nah, we chill. We just trying to, blend in, assimilate.
Do you have any type of gatherings in the backyard and you're blasting rap music?
Nah. Well, nah, but it's funny you say that because it was just 4th of July and then there was fireworks. They don't allow fireworks in the HOA.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had
go to the park with your fireworks, and if you want to blast rap music or bachata or merengue, go someplace else. But you come here, respect other people's, how they want to live. That's my thoughts. But go ahead and finish up, please.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I just had to, get a little adjustment to the community, and they're cool. I just like there's no people on site, so it's just people kind of snitching to the the people in the building. So
yes.
Yeah.
People like Star Tattletales.
It's a snitch network. Yeah. Me too. I had to flip the script too because I kind of got adjusted. I had to snitch on someone up in here too. So.
There you go.
Yeah. They have.
You've now graduated. You are a concerned citizen, and I thank you for your call.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pay my taxes, all that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Salute. Yeah. I tell on a regular, huh? Come living around me and your kids making a whole bunch of goddamn noise. Hold on a second. Start 2 things that PC plays at the first. Okay, you want to call in? It's kind of a long comment, but thank you for your comment. Someone says, "Tell us how you really feel, Star." How do I say your name? Is it Amai? Are you new to this show? I always, speak my mind. I don't try to be insensitive to others, but I live a certain life, a life of peace. Thank you for your comment. Guys, that's my email address on the screen. And also, let me put my, this is my PayPal. If you want to a sponsorship package, on the show here, we send out analytics and we do custom campaigns for you guys. But there's the PayPal information. You can get 30% off. 30% off if you use PayPal for any type of marketing or promotion campaign, all right? Let me go to the phone lines and let me see if there's any other videos I need to play right now. There's something I wanted to focus on. Oh, Boris, I got your email. I watched that a couple of days ago. Spain is losing its identity along with other countries, but that one in particular, they were shooting tourists with water pistols. Thank you, Boris. I'll come back to that, okay? Let me go to area code 314. Hey there, good evening. We're talking about Shaquille O'Neal, talking about punching RG3 in his grill. You there? 314?
I am here, sir. I am here. What's up?
Yes, sir. How are you? How are you?
I'm good. It's Jeffrey Wilson. I'm the guy who just posted the harp thing on the.
Oh, hey, man.
On your,
Salute.
what's up, man? Billy Carson's homeboy. I hate to qualify myself as this, but we've talked before.
Well, hang on a second, because number 9 is a friend. But listen, when I was talking about the harp back in 2004, he and another co-host of mine, they kept saying, "Are you crazy? Knock it off."
Even though there's been legislation in the U.S. House of Representatives, the UN, to when weaponizing it, what they did to Vietnamese villages back in the day using weather modification, it's lore. They've been able to do it since the 40s, but we digress.
Yeah. So where do you want to start?
The Epstein, the Shaq thing, I don't know, it sounds kind of hot, but they might be just setting up some hot stuff for a potential celebrity boxing match. Who knows? That's how they do it anymore. Okay. Market. Do the Ric Flair, talk him into the building. But anyway, the Epstein, it's fascinating. none of this happens in a vacuum, right? And I don't know how deep the audience has done the deep dive, but Epstein was an arms dealer going back to the 80s. And his association with Trump, not necessarily was malicious intentionally, but Donald Barr, who was the head of the Dalton School back in the day, hooked up Epstein, and he didn't even know what he was doing. Donald Barr was Bill Barr's dad. Bill Barr was Trump's attorney general. And then you get into names like Alex Acosta, who helped get Epstein these sweetheart deals, etc. But, I mean, people say he's just Mossad. It's just deeper than that. And something I want to just say, Janet was talking about it earlier, it's deeper. People need to wrap their mind around this black market economy that has run the world going back to the Silk Road. Trillions of dollars of guns, drugs, arms, people's body parts. And I know it sounds crazy, but and then they need these huge financial institutions to wash this money for them. None of this is happening in a vacuum, man. Just as there was a 005, 006, 007 in the fictional world, MI6, there's multiple James Bonds in the world. Same with Epstein. There's so many of these cats roaming the countryside, and we do this. You're old enough to understand the Pepsi challenge. We lock ourselves in this binary dialectic of this or that. Okay. If you get rid of Epstein, it's all done. Like, no, this has been going on longer than people realize. And they even fictionalize it with, Barry Seal. Anyway, not to get into fictional stuff, but they've been telling us this has been happening, right? Ricky Ross, I've interviewed him a couple of times. I told you I had a podcast with UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich, Conspiracy Farm. We talked to all these cats, man. It's nothing.
Well, hang on a second. You said Freeway Ricky or Rick Ross?
Freeway, the drug dealer, the guy who unbeknownst.
Freeway Ricky.
Yes.
Good guy.
His plug, Demila Bain.
Good guy.
That was all going back to that.
Yeah, he came on my show. Stuff. He came on my show.
Yeah.
2010. Good guy. Good guy.
I got nothing but love for him, dude. He was about to be a tennis star. I mean, it was just crazy hearing his story, man.
Well, his intentions once upon a time, could it have been a reality? I don't know, but he came on the show in 2010. When did he get let out of prison? I forget. If I can just go let out.
I forget the exact date, man. But I'm not upping my stuff, but I work with a cat who's been doing a lot of Tupac documentaries, and he knows Suge and stuff, and like Death Row Records was kind of started with Michael Harris and Freeway's money, and then that gets into the whole legal stuff they had with Michael Harris getting the F'd out of Death Row, et cetera. But that's all the backstory. But yeah, I mean, again, that's a part of the Freeway was unbeknownst dealing dope for Danilo Blandón, his plug in Nicaragua, I think it was, as a part of the whole Iran-Contra thing. And it's just IAOC, as I say on the show. It's all organized crime, but they frame it as it's these isolated incidents. Epstein's just this one-off. Kidding me? Ghislaine's dad was Mossad, Robert Maxwell, and again, it's just the Brosmans. When you start pulling this thread, it goes way deeper than people realize, but they frame it as it's like black and white, kind of WWE, good guy, bad guy, very limited hangout. Like I said, this stuff goes back to the Silk Road, baby, hundreds of years. That black market.
Hang on, if I can jump in for a second, we can even take it back. We can even take it back to Adam Weishaupt, right?
Yes.
Right. We can take it back to Adam Weishaupt
Illuminati
if we really, really want to go there. But let's bring it up to date. I appreciate everything you've said. How does this affect the average American now? I know that we want the tea, the bullshit. This is who we are. Beautiful, consumer-driven Americans. But are we just hungry for the bullshit, or is it really something that is going to happen to shift the government?
Again, it doesn't have to be this binary thing. Yes, we're always about the bullshit, but I know you're not a parent. I'm a parent of 2 kids. I got 2 grandkids now. Okay. Imagine it's your kid that when Trump was saying there's 300,000+ of these kids that came through that we cannot track them. We have no idea where they are. Okay. And they've been shipped into this network. I mean, it doesn't really, you don't really give a shit. Because you said there are way bigger problems. I'm sorry, not way bigger. I don't want to do the Olympics of suffering. There are problems to fry. Which ones are the best ones to Iran? I get it, the geopolitical sphere, whatever. But when your kid is involved or a loved one is involved in this trafficking of them, and again, we don't even get into the body parts. My God.
Can I jump in?
Not funny, but
can I jump in?
Yes, sir.
I don't have biological kids that I'm claiming, and none that are claiming I'm their biological dad. And they're not chasing me, but I've got millions of trolls. I've got millions of trolls, and
you ain't doing your job if you don't have that.
Yeah, right. So, I have a general consensus of how this may or may not affect the masses, if you will, but this is America, man. Kill or be killed. It's capitalism. That's the system that we live by. So, at some point, you're going to get devoured, or you have to be a part of the machine, and not to give credence to what the government does. I'm not giving credence to them. Again, my thing is I vote for a president to protect my rights, not to give me handouts, not to fucking pretend to be something holier than thou. I think most presidents are full of shit. Most of our presidents have owned slaves, yes?
Without a doubt, yes. I mean, and my thing was, going back, I'm an old man now, but when I was a 16-year-old man, I realized that the government conspired to, in broad daylight, publicly execute a president of the United States. That changed my whole my whole mind. Like, what does this all mean? And that, as I gotten older, I realized this thing we lament, the Constitution, the Constitutional Republic, they've been using the Constitution as straight freaking toilet paper for years, man, years.
But at the same time, we have such a beautiful, rich history here. We have allowed people like Emma Goldman to run free. You familiar with her, the founder of the anarchist movement, Emma Goldman?
I'm aware of Emma Goldman, yeah.
Okay. So we've allowed people like that to run amok. I mean, she finally got fucking deported, but that's who we are, Americans. I don't know, man. I mean, I appreciate others and their being in seek of the list, the files, but I just can't wait. I can't waste my time. I can't lose sleep over that.
I'm with you. But, and nothing again, like going back to the 60s, public execution of a president, nothing will happen. No heads will roll. Trump lamented in 16. Lock her up. He gave her and Bill a standing ovation once they got in off. I mean, it's all cast. It's all cast.
I'm draining this swamp. Draining the swamp.
It's great theater, though. The world is a stage, and we're all eating it up and enjoying it, baby.
Bingo. Well, listen, man, land your plane, because, again, I want people to call in, speak freely. Anywhere you want to go. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. Just continue to do what you do. I just wanted to drill down, and people need to get that understanding of this larger, the Matrix of not just a movie, it's a documentary. There's this larger underworld, and we put this fake world on top of it. The black market economy, we think it's isolated stuff of guns, drugs, people buying parts. This has been going, like Jan asked about Ukraine. What's going on in Ukraine? Ukraine has been a laundromat for billions, if not trillions of dollars for decades. And this is just a larger geopolitical plan. And, buckle up, because there's more to come.
Hey, man, salute. Stay in touch. And if you put out some content, send me an email, please.
Will do, sir. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you. Great call. I want you guys to speak. Is it Marcia? Hey, Marcia, with your pretty picture. I don't have my contacts in. I think the assassination attempt was a setup to bring sympathy to Trump. The timing was too perfect. I agree. I agree. Someone in the live chat says Star is smoking alien OG. Never again will I smoke that shit. Who are you? Is it Vidal? Anybody remember when I smoked alien OG? That was at one of the hate-a-thons. Holy shit. I crashed out right in the middle of the goddamn show. DJ Elias had to shut everything off, and he had to help me to go into my room and just crash, and he left, and I will never in my life smoke that shit again. Alien OG. Okay, we've got someone in the live chat. Hold on a second. Project Aries Star was wasted. So I was beyond wasted. I was scared. I was shitting bricks. Hold on a second, guys. Hey, 214. Didn't we speak already? Area code 214. I could have swore we did. Yes, no, maybe?
No.
Okay. How are you? Good morning, sir. What do you want to start?
Good morning, Star. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Any subject you want to talk about, I'm here for it.
Well, people have been asking me about the Epstein files, the list. Would you care to chime in? I mean, we've, been letting people speak.
The Epstein files, the Letitia James files, Schindler's List, all of these files, nothing has come of any of these files. And I love my presidents with a little dirt on them. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I cannot stand a square who's governing me, who's protecting me.
Right.
If you a square, get away.
Come on. Come on.
Will anything come of the Epstein files? I don't know. I don't care. Will nothing happen to Trump? Nothing will happen to Trump. He's a felon in office. Felons can't even get driver's license in Texas. So how is he the president of the United States and everybody's complaining? Right. Nothing will happen to Trump. Love your president. Right. Love your governor. Love your ruler.
Well, I don't love him, but, as long as he protects my rights, that's what the Bill of Rights was designed for. Protect my rights. That's all I want the president to do. Don't stop me from getting money. Don't get in the way now. Don't get in the way. But all that shit that he talks and the orange makeup, sir, I don't give a fuck. Fuck this. Don't stop me.
I don't care about no orange makeup. Orange makeup. What did Biden wear?
Right.
What did Obama wear? Obama wore black makeup. We thought he was black.
Say it again.
Am I right or wrong, true or false?
Say it again because
Obama wore black makeup. We thought he was black. Right or wrong, true or false?
Right. That's a whole fact. Whole fact.
As far as the Shaq goes, I agree Shaq is not going to do anything, but RG3, I think he has, little problems with the sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
I don't think
Can I go first?
Reese is not the best hooper.
Can I go first?
She's not the best hooper in the world.
Can I go first?
You think what?
Can I go first?
Yeah, I think
RG3 strikes me. Hang on. He strikes me as a type of guy in middle school, high school, college. He could not bag an Angel Reese. She's a cutie. Let's not get it fucked up.
She's not. She is.
He couldn't bag that type. So it's a personal hatred he's got for her. Now that he's a man of notoriety, he can take shots at her. But he always wanted her type, couldn't get her. So it's some real deep, goofy shit, if you ask me, with him. Go ahead.
Yeah, he is a goofy.
Yeah.
And the white girls love him. He has a little money and this and that, and they can get this from him, they can get that from him. But those sisters don't like him because he's a cornball. Sisters don't like cornballs. Let's keep it real. They do not mess with cornballs. RG3 will not be a Hall of Famer. RG3 was fired. Listen again. He was fired by the Washington Redskins. He wasn't good enough. Angel Reese is good enough. She's in her 20s with a Reebok deal. Shaq loves her. I don't know if Shaq is caping, but Shaq loves her. He gave her a deal. She's making her way. She's making her mark. She's making a way for young black girls. They look up to her.
Hang on a second, sir. I just had a sip. Hold on. I just had a sip. Do you think that Shaq put on the knee pads for Angel Reese? Keep it real.
Shaq put on the knee pads for Shaquille O'Neal and any other body else he messed with. I mean,
I'm talking about Angel Reese.
Yeah, what do you think?
She's young, long legs. Do you think Shaq put on the knee pads and raised the legs? But I don't want to get too graphic, but do you think he went in that direction?
I mean, as they say, if the knee pads fit, put them on.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the call, sir.
One question, can I ask you, Star?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The young lady that used to host the show with you, the white girl, that she was a rapper. I think she was from New Jersey, and she said Tupac sent her a letter. What was her name?
White Trash Helene?
Yeah, she said Tupac sent her a letter while he was in jail, and I think she was like 13 years old when Tupac was in jail.
Rugarani? Hold on. Rugarani?
Ruger Ronnie, you exposed. No, I don't think it was Ruger. Not Ruger Ronnie. It was another girl.
It may have been. Hold on. It may have been my friend. She's a friend of mine, sir. Helene and I speak from time to time. She wasn't capping. She wasn't capping. White trash lean.
No, she hosted the show a couple of times. She hosted the show a couple of times with you, and she said Tupac sent her a letter while he was in jail.
Yeah. Well, sir, if she said it, I hold her down. But I thank you for the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't remember that far back. I only have a couple of female friends. Ronnie and I speak quite often. Spoke to Ronnie today, as a matter of fact. Dana with the data and White Trash Helene. Hold on, guys. Since we were talking about pimping, let me put one of the greatest grifters on the screen. This was some pimp shit. I will never, ever let you forget how this nigga told you and what he told you. Hold on a second. This is pimping.
I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on.
Press on.
I expect all of you to march with me and press on.
Press on.
Take off your bedroom slippers. Put on your marching shoes. Shake it off. Stop complaining. Stop grumbling. Stop crying. We are going to press on. We've got work to...
Nigga, run that shit back.
I'm going to press on.
We'll press on.
I expect all of you to march with me and press on.
Stop grumbling, crying.
Take off your bedroom slippers.
Take off your bedroom slippers.
Put on your marching shoes.
Put on your marching shoes.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Stop complaining.
Stop complaining.
Stop grumbling.
Stop grumbling.
Stop crying.
Stop crying.
We are going to press on. We've got work to do.
Pimp shit. Pimp shit. Hold on a second, boy. Hold on a second. Florida boy Jay, I was going to call you earlier, man. Good to hear from you. It's cracking. FBJ.
Yeah, man. We in the building, man. It's the RNN, man. Is late night. Is Wednesday morning.
Yes, sir.
You got some topics. I'm just trying to, participate in the show the best way I can right now. So I just got off almost a 4-hour live stream, and we still cooking. I'm ready to come on your show and contribute. What we doing?
Shaquille O'Neal, did you see the video footage? I might play it again. He looked into the camera and he said RG3. Hold on a second. I got the transcripts here. He said, RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese, and I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face. That's what Shaq said to RG3.
Yeah, absolutely. And I loved it. It was honestly the most real response I've seen to RG3. Salute to Shaq for having them fine biracial women on the microphone. And number 2, salute to Shaq because we all know Shaq is a Freemason and has police badges in multiple states. If RG3 is in a sports place, an event, and Shaq runs down on him, a cop not gonna grab Shaq, an authoritative figure ain't gonna grab Shaq, and RG3 gotta get the beat down. It don't matter how old Shaq is. It don't matter how fast RG3 think he is, because Speed just smoked RG3 and Mykonos over the weekend running. So he can't outrun Shaq.
Right.
Shaq stood up and said what he needed to say because Angel Clark, even though he made some creepy uncle comments, Angel Reese is a mentee to him. And as a black man, you need to protect black women you attach yourself to, especially when you have niggas with no tape up, coons who neck pop for white women. You got to check them, especially black Americans. You got to check black American coons. As much as we check tethers, we got to check our own domestic tethers, a.k.a. coons, which is the RG3. Because once we check them in front of y'all who are foreigners, you will see it's not about being xenophobic. It's not about being nationalist. It's not about being some type of black superiority. It's when you suppress black advancement for white comfortability,
no matter where you're from and where you're born, Black Americans will get on your ass 100 miles per hour, and that's what you see with Ryan Clark, Shaq, and on RG3.
So you respect the fact that Shaq stood up for that FBA queen, Angel Reese. You respect that?
I absolutely respect it for multiple reasons. Because Shaq, he's been aggressive with people. He's talked crazy to people. But this wasn't no, hey, I'm a tough guy, I can still beat you up. It was Angel Reese is the age of Shaq's kids. As an older Black man or a Black man who has other younger people, I have nieces. As a Black man who's old enough to have young women looking up to them as a father figure, a brother figure, an uncle figure, but as some type of protector, and other men are challenging or threatening what they represent or their existence, it's up to us as Black men to stand next to our little sisters, our nieces, our mentees, people who look at us as uncle figures. Yes, absolutely. Shaq, 100% praise for what he's doing.
Okay, I'll play it later after we finish. Okay, thank you. Is it Marcy? Hey, Marcy, got your donation on the screen. Florida Boy Jay, what did you guys talk about on your platform? Because you've been streaming long hour shows now, yes?
Yeah, man. Yeah, especially me and J Dub. Like I said, we got back like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
J Dub. J Dub.
Yeah, and me and J Dub, we were dropping clips. The last 2 days, I've done over 21,649 views.
Nice.
Subscribers going up. We just did a 3-hour and 45-minute show. We going hard in the paint right now for the summertime. We talked about the Shaq topic. We talked about Drake Wireless Festival 3-day event he had. We did a Pusha T Clips album review. We did a Cactus Jack, Travis Scott, Jack Boys 2 album review, and also talked about the Umar Johnson scandal that's premiering YouTube right now. I don't know if you guys have touched
hang
that.
on. What's going on with Dr. Umar? What's going on?
There's certain women coming out saying he likes butt play.
Stop it.
Yeah, there's a lot of messy tea. His daughter's coming out. Is other people coming out talking about he has grifted and scamming using the same old timeless Marky Garvey grift. And we had to cover it, and I just want to, just put that out there.
Okay. With regards to, one of my topics, the Epstein files, the Epstein list, looks like it's not coming out. Your thoughts? Do you care about that?
Yeah, I do care about that because my thoughts on it is if you were a MAGA swinging right-wing Republican, you have to have egg on your face and you have to hold yourself accountable because at the end of the day, the same people you represent have been protected to block this. And if you are a Democrat, the same pansy, weak party you want to pick because you love inclusion has folded in Congress to not even pressing or pushing any bills to investigate it. So when we come down to the midterms, if you don't, as American people, overturn every politician that voted against releasing that Epstein list, you are complicit in everything that we have thought, determined, and judged in our American politics. We are dealing with very sick people, and if we don't stand up when it's time to, we will be overran. It's already 95% done. This was the last stand to see where American morality has laid, and the midterms will determine the future of American morality going forward.
Very well said. Very well said. Hang on a second, Florida Boy Jay. I got somebody's comment on the screen. Thank you for your comment. I didn't get a donation, but Tap Peoples, star of the Epstein files, is white nigga news report on it the same way we report on Diddy and OJ. I'm here for okay. Thank you for your comment. I just don't want people getting it twisted who email me, yo, when are you going to talk about the Epstein files? Well, I mean, it doesn't affect me like that, So I appreciate you, Florida Boy Jay. Anything else you want to mention? Upcoming shows or anything going on with your platform that we need to know about?
Yeah, I want to let you guys know, I'm pretty sure by the time I wake up in the morning, I'm going to be probably 30 subscribers away, but I've been saying this for the past couple of weeks. I'm very close to 6,000 subscribers. I've been getting over 20,000 views last 48 hours. The clips are rolling. YouTube has sent out this algorithm notice where they only want original content to be distributed and promoted. And good news to us, Star, what you taught me is do original content, put your face out there, your narrative and your point of view. And since I've been taking your advice, my YouTube channel has been blowing up. I've been monetized. I've been able to pay a few bills. So if anybody wants to go to Florida Boy J, contribute to me hitting 6K, and your investment in your subscription will pay off in the long term with the quality of content that I am producing currently. Okay. And I want to say thank you.
Hey, hold on a second. I need you to give me a like on the new Squirrel Party video. Can you go over to Squirrel Party? Give me a like.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
That's very, very important because I'm trying to get that channel, more in the calm therapeutic algorithms. But hey, man, good to talk to you.
Thank you, sir. You guys have a great night. Thank you for letting me call it. Hey, and I'm going to send you a link to the last episode we just got off of, so your community section get it. So, and I will holler at you later, sir. Thank you so much, man.
Take care.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Florida Boy J tapping in. Area code 770. Good evening. Are you there? 770.
What's good with it?
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening.
I can't call it.
Shaq.
My honest opinion, Shaq.
Shaq.
My honest opinion, and I'm not mad at him because Angel Reese, she got a little booty on her and everything, but I believe Shaq just want to crack that. You know what I'm saying? He was on her podcast show one time. He was talking real greasy. And I just think he's standing up for her because he's trying to crack.
You think?
Granted, he got her on the Reebok line. You know what I'm saying? Granted,
you think he cracked already? Sir, do you think he cracked already?
Shit, the way he's sticking up for her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he paying her rent or something.
Sir, she's of age. And Shaq was running around with that girl, Hoops, right? Remember Hoops?
That's a whole fact. I remember Hoops.
Yeah. Did he crack already?
I wouldn't put it past him if he did. But let's just call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? The way he going at RG3, he coming at him like, you know what I'm saying? Why you talking about my girl like that, bro? Calling my girl a monkey. That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, stay with me. Now, we know Shaq to be a big nigga back in the days, but in reality, could RG3, punch Shaq in his shit and drop him? Kind of like how Suge Knight got dropped by Akon's people. Bow.
How you like me now?
I mean, it sounds hot what Shaq said. I mean, I'm here for the bullshit, but I'm saying, could RG3, a younger, more agile, faster guy, could he, give Shaq a two-piece and sit his big dumb ass down?
RG3 couldn't even get a two-piece from Popeyes. Couldn't get a two-piece from Popeyes.
Come on.
But keep holding it down, so I fooled with you the long way. Keep holding it down.
Pause. Thank you, sir. Pause. Area code 347. Is that the Most High tapping in late night? The Most High.
Star, peace.
Peace. How are you, sir?
Everything good. Real quick. So, on this Angel Reese, RG3, Ryan Clark, Shaquille O'Neal situation, right. I don't think. I think Shaq said what he had to say to get it off his chest. I could see him being very protective of Angel Reese. He evidently was instrumental in her getting that Reebok deal, being that he was endorsing Reebok footwear. They gave him a signature brand when he first came in the league. So I could see where, and she also is an LSU alum. So I could definitely see the connection there and him rooting for her. But I think the situation kind of is a little contrived because RG3, you can't be that crazy. You can't be that crazy to post something up like that and then, respond to some of the criticism and have your pink toe in the background for everybody to see. So it makes it look like you throwing it in everybody's face, like, you like that, you don't care. And, whatever backlash, is not really going to phase you and you're going to take it there by posting some type of chimpanzee or monkey pic, for the 2K26 cover. So I don't really know what's real and what's not. I'm having a hard time thinking that RG3, who usually was very milquetoast, very reserved, you know what I'm saying, a cornball brother, like how Rob Parker called him. Even when he was in the league, he wasn't anybody's favorite. Right. I mean, he came into the NFL with all type of expectations and whatever. He never fulfilled them for the simple fact.
If I can jump in right there. What were his numbers like coming into the NFL? Because for some reason, the Redskins were hyping him up, and I think maybe the whole RG3 acronym, gave him some type of I don't know, just maybe fan support. But to my knowledge, he never really became that guy. Am I wrong?
Well, he never became that guy really in the NFL because he didn't even give himself a chance to be the guy in the NFL because he was too brittle and too fragile and frail. So he kept getting hurt. He started scrambling and started getting hit. And next thing you know, he's laid out. He's out for weeks. And then next thing you know, he didn't even have, I don't think, more than 5 years in the league. So basically, he was like Johnny Manziel. And Johnny Manziel used to get himself in trouble, but in terms of like being heralded as the next best, quarterback prospect or whatever the case is, they both failed at that. And then Texas, they have egos like New York sometimes, right. So they think whatever comes out of Texas is going to be the next big thing or whatever the case. So he never really panned out. He was tearing it up in Baylor when he was in college. Right, they scored a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? He was a double threat quarterback. He could pass in.
He won the Heisman Trophy in 2011, right?
2011. Let me double check that.
I'm looking at it.
I don't know exactly.
College awards.
Okay, so there you go. I just didn't know exactly what year.
I didn't know he won the Heisman. And then he got into the NFL. 6'2".
Wow. I doubt if he's 6'2", Star. Well, I doubt that.
I'm just reading it.
Yeah, I hear you. And then also it says 213 pounds. Man, listen. He might be 213 pounds now, but when that couldn't have been his playing weight while he was there. Okay. He was too frail, too brittle. Yes, he was fast, but once you took the running element out of his game as a quarterback, he didn't translate into being that great of a passer in the NFL. And number two is you too frail and brittle to want to stay in the pocket to begin with, because if they get to you, they're going to smash you. So his career ended essentially because once he started running, he was going to get smashed, which they were already doing that. And if he would have tried to turn himself into a pocket-centric passer, they would have smashed him when they got to him there too. So,
can I jump in? Can I jump in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So 4 years with the Washington Redskins. However, in 2015, he didn't play at all. I guess he was injured. Went to the Cleveland Browns, 2016. In 2018, 19, and 20, he played with the Baltimore Ravens. So he became a wash pretty fast. It looks like, this is his new profession, if you will, social media, commentating. So we're probably going to see more of him doing goofy stuff. He looks like a goofy, and I'm not even trying to take a personal shot, but he looks like the type of guy that would just do something for purposes of clout chasing.
Well, my thing is this though, on a major mainstream media or sports media, ESPN or whatever the case is, they're gonna continue to showcase this guy after he posted something like that. Yeah. So that would shock me. I don't even know if it would shock me. That would let me know of where exactly we are at, in society and in the entertainment business and in sports media or media in general. Yeah. This was something that back in the days, and I don't even think too long ago, if you decided to do something like that, you'd be finished. You know what I mean? Or under way more scrutiny than he's under right now. So a lot of people are saying, Ryan Clark, you shouldn't have got involved. Shaq, you doing too much. What were they supposed to say? Somebody, of prominence or involved on these platforms, and you're black, you would have had to spoken up. So I don't see Shaq had to say that. Do I think he's really going to punch him in the face? I don't think so. I don't really think that's really going to happen because RG3 could sue him or he can get locked up too. Right. So as a player, could Shaq, handle business as a player? He was smacking dudes supposedly, Greg Oster tag, getting into with Kobe and this, that, and the third. So he never was really a punk. He never was really a punk on the court or as a player. I remember when they fought the Pacers and the Pacers, and I think it was the Kings. I think it was the Pacers and the Kings. They got into a fight one time, and then Doug Christie gave Rick Fox an uppercut. Then the altercation spilled out into the tunnel going back towards the locker rooms, and then Shaq was injured or something like that. He came out in street clothes and started regulating, whoever was there. So I give Shaq his props for being somebody who, as a player, used to stand on business. He was never paused. He was never big for nothing. So I give him that. And plus, he's a cop in multiple states, supposedly. Right. Yeah. So mostly he's supposed to be a cop in multiple states or whatever. But if you just blatantly punch a guy in the face for whatever, there's got to be some type of legal ramifications as well as civil suits. And Robert Griffin III to be living his best life if Shaq punched him in the face after that.
I think Shaq might grab him though, because you just reminded me that he was putting hands on people in back in the NBA. So